Okay, I want to talk about Fantasy Island trailer as well. I've got a couple of things to get in very quickly before we talk about box office and review the week's films. Fantasy Island trailer. Blumhouse Corner. Blumhouse Corner. Fantasy Island, for those of you who don't know what it is, and I'll be honest with you, this is old people's shit. Fantasy Island was a TV show back in the day where people could basically go to this location, and there was a guy and his little short friend who would kind of make these wishes come true. Blumhouse took this idea about 18 months ago. This was announced, and basically they made it much darker. Of course they have. It's got to be fucked up. So this is basically, these people go to this island, if you haven't seen the trailer this week, and they get their wishes, but necessarily their wishes aren't played out in the way that they would want them to be. Everything gets a little bit dark and nasty and it's sinister because it's Blumhouse. Guys, did you see this trailer and what were your initial thoughts? Me on this, I'm very excited for this. I'm a little wary of the director because some of his stuff has not turned out to be as good as I wanted it to be, but I have high hopes for this. Dimitri, first of all.
I do too. I watched my knee-jerk reaction after watching the trailer for the first time.
Yeah.
The first, let's say, 20 seconds of the trailer, I wasn't so hip to the lead actress or one of the actors. I thought the dial, but then once it went sinister and darker, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm on board. I watched the trailer again, and yeah, all that first 15-second preconception I had went out the window. Really looking forward to it. It looks. We talked about this a year ago, right? And they had hinted that it would be dark, and we, if I remember correctly, we were all on board for that. And they seem to have gone down that road. They seem to be true to their word. So
well, they've gone all the way down that road. I mean, there are parts of this that look like it's almost like Hostel level stuff.
Yeah, it looked. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yeah, I'm indifferent towards it.
Interesting.
I just there seems to me, based on the trailer, and I could be wrong, but there seems that there's going to be this weird, jarring tonal shift in the movie, where I feel like it might be a little too light at times, and then it gets a little too dark at times, and I'm kind of concerned. I also feel the same way you do about the director. Kind of hit and miss.
I've been burnt a couple of times with movies of his that look great and then they don't deliver.
I mean, Blumhouse is very weird for me as a studio because I feel like they either really work or they really don't. There's very few where I walk out of and I'm kind of like, that was okay.
Yeah.
I usually am like, yeah, that was great, or oh, that freaking sucked. And I don't know. I'm like not sold on this movie yet. I'm not sold on it.
I'm excited to see it.
I'm literally going to watch nothing else about this movie until this comes out. I've watched that trailer and I'm on board for it. Comes out Q1 next year, so I'm pretty well. I think it's Valentine's weekend.
Great weekend.
Which is great, which is amazing.
Replacing Happy Death Day for You.
Yeah. I think there'll probably be at least one more trailer, and I'll watch the next trailer. But that's all I want to know about the movie. I don't want to know too much. I do want to be surprised with whatever surprises it has.
Yeah.
Do we think rated R or PG-13?
I'm hoping for R, but I've got a funny feeling I think it might be PG-13.
Same here.
And, there was discussion about this week because obviously Black Christmas trailer dropped as well.
Right.
That movie's going to be rated PG-13. A lot of people were like, PG-13, you can't be terrifying. But there have been a number of movies over the years that have been PG-13 that are, insanely effective movies.
Sure.
Very scary movies. I mean, one that instantly comes to mind is Poltergeist, and I think the first Insidious, which shit me right up, was a PG-13. So you can do dark and effective. A Quiet Place was a PG-13.
Yeah.
So there are movies that you can do, some stuff that's really dark and quite fucked up and still have that audience. And at the end of the day, a lot of it is to do with getting asses in seats.
Yep.
And again, if you want to have that, that teen audience, that younger audience, then you need to have that movie where they don't have to go.
Black Christmas needs that.
Black Christmas is that. That is a great example of that.
And Fantasy Island, I think too, because we know it as a television series where a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
And if you're getting in a new audience, you need to be able to go.
Absolutely.
So PG-13, I'd be fine with.
Zeno Hour saying Fantasy Island trailer did nothing for me. Sorry to hear that, Zeno Hour. Kame Egan, I miss Tattoo. The film is dark, frightening, and has me wanting more. Sky Patterson, Simon, Fantasy Island, ? Blumhouse, is Happy Death Day, Black Christmas, Us, Truth or Dare, Get Out, Is this just a way of making up not getting the Scream film rights? No. You know, I think it's fine. There are other things that Blumhouse are looking at resurrecting. They've got The Craft. There's another movie that they're still trying to buy at the moment. It's a favorite movie of mine from the 80s that Jason and the team are working very hard on getting the rights to at the moment. And if that happens, I'll be psyched. But no, I don't think it's making up for Scream. To be honest with you, that's neither here nor there for them. They don't need. I would still rather Blumhouse continue to make sort of more original content than reviving franchises. When they revive a franchise, they do it well. But I think when they really excel, they do is their original content.